How's it going, everyone? We're here for that time of the week where we're here to check out the top workshop submitted skins, or submitted skins to the workshop. I don't know, I said that weird. One way or another. If you're new to the video, that does not mean all of these skins are going to make it in, or that any of these are in. These are just the skins who have the best potential to make it in this week. The game's lead developer and creator, Helk, picks out the skins individually every week on Thursday himself, and yeah, those are going to be 8 to 10 skins usually, so yeah, not all these are going to make it, unfortunately. So let's jump into it. We've got continuation to the Workman set with a little bandana that kind of, it has like a cloth, but also kind of like a rubbery feel to it, like the rest of the set, which I thought was quite cool. Has the little buttons and so forth all around it. And then we've got the little burlap boots to match with it, or burlap slippers. I'm not sure what to call these. They're kind of like zip ups. Yeah, they're like little slippers. Definitely a cool little idea. Next up, we've got some hoodie and pants sets, starting with the Specialist set. And yeah, this one has a kind of, I don't know what is the name for this type of camo. It's red and gray and black. And what is it honestly blending in with? That's what I've always wondered. It always has some kind of like tactical something to it, but what are you tactically blending into? One way or another, it's definitely a very popular color scheme. It looks really fresh on this, so it's definitely well done. Not judging the skin, just judging this color camo in general. Next up, we got something that's a little more punk rock for you, and this is the Roadie hoodie and pants by Barno. And yeah, as you can expect, it's got all sorts of like buttons, pins, and patches all over it. I like this is Scrap Eater. That one's good. That's good. There you go. Definitely a cool looking set. And I think the back, does that say Thorn Man? Interesting. One way or another, definitely very creative. Next up, we've got a very bright set for you. This is the Red Devil set by Johnny, and it's definitely meant to have that kind of motocross slash, what would I say? I'm looking for the word here, stuntman kind of thing, you know? Daredevil, basically. And back here, we've got a kind of like a devil shape of a face with some horns. Definitely cool work on the padding and so forth, and the material itself is just very different from what we see a lot of the times, which I think makes this set quite unique. Next, we've got some Roadside gloves and boots for you, and hey, look at that. As I zoom in like way too close, like 6 different times, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Now, anyways, this is the opulent Roadside gloves and boots. So yeah, we haven't seen anything from that set for quite a while, so it's definitely exciting to see a little different. The creator Duck was definitely busy with the neon boxes. So yeah, here we go. Some continuance to the opulent set. I could see a lot of people being pretty excited for that. Next, we've got the Roadside gloves and boots for the Night Runner set. A lot of people seem to like it quite a bit the other week, so it looks like the creators went ahead and made up some gloves and boots. They definitely have that nice kind of stealth look to them, which is pretty cool. And aiming down here, you can check out the boots. There you go. They have a little bit of a worn look to them, especially on those steel tips, but definitely still sleek looking. Next up, we got a couple high qual sets for you, starting out with this one here. This is the Toxic Wolf metal face mask and chest piece. So yeah, there we go. The face mask actually has like kind of a wolf pattern highlighted with that kind of toxic green. This does not glow, so you don't have to worry about that if this does make it into game about it, you know, giving your position away. There's also more of a toxic drip coming off the fur there in the back, and there's a little patch of fur on the back of the chest piece too. So definitely cool little creativity put into it there. Like that quite a bit. Next, we've got a kind of creepy looking set for you. This is the Goldfish Set by Vitalik. And yeah, there you go. This thing is basically a golden fish scaled set. There you go. You got this back here. And then some nasty teeth with a hook in there. So definitely a cool set. And this is an older version. I think it used to be like a green color. So it's kind of cool to see a nice revival of it. And I like the whole goldfish idea, definitely. Next up, we've got the Polymer Set by Robstar. And yeah, it's this gray polymer kind of material, and yeah, I just really love the sculpting here on the chest. I think there's a lot of detail put into it. Looks really good with all the different layers and so forth. Even the straps have like little pockets and stuff on them. Lots of detail put into this, which always makes it look nice. And I like that the back isn't just more of the polymer. You know, back here you've actually got the pouches and so forth. And then you can actually see there's like little pieces missing too. It's not, you know, completely brand new. And yeah, I think that's definitely a really cool look to it. There's two different masks. There's the one that's cut out, which looks a little weird on my character. It kind of depends. It kind of has that like Roman look. And then there's also one that isn't cut out. So if you want to see that, I always have the link down in the video description. And lastly, for armor and clothes, we've got some more geometric patterns for you here. This is the Hexo set. And this one is brought to us by Dukes. And yeah, we've got some dark black, kind of matted black colors here with a bright red. And yeah, it's just a very nice contrast in the colors there. And just really kind of pops, you know? Definitely something I can see a lot of people liking. Check out some of the detail here on the face. Definitely a creative set. Alright, let's jump into our deployables. Starting out with this, we've got the low poly sleeping bag. So yeah, the furnace actually made it in, and a lot of people seem to like it. So hey, maybe there'll be a chance for this one to make it in. Definitely very cool design, and yeah, very kind of new agey, but still fits Rust. Over here, we've got some pizza for you. Starting off here with the pizza sleeping bag. Pretty straightforward name, but always a fun idea. Everyone loves pizza, right? Well, most people do, so could definitely see this one being one a lot of people like. And look at the pillow. I love how it has like a little cutout for your like head and your shoulders and neck, kind of, you know? Definitely a silly little bag. Then over here we've got this furnace, and the reason there's two of them is in the list, this one shows up as being blue. But there is an issue with blue in furnaces, and as you can see, it turns it green. So yeah, the creator went ahead and made this one. So I don't know, Helg might like the green on this one or not. One way or another, that's something that would have to be fixed. So I guess we're kind of showing off this one right here. One way or another, this is the Lost Souls furnace, and yeah, as you can see, just like the rest of the set, there's all the little faces and so forth just coming through the cracks, trying to escape on through. Next over here, we've got another creative furnace. This one over here is made to look like a mushroom, and through the various kind of details in the mushroom, you can see a little bit of the glow comes through. You can definitely see it much better at night, which we'll be sure to show you here shortly. Next up, we've got a box for you. This one is a domino box, as you can see, and yeah, being pretty straightforward. It looks like domino, says domino, and domino. I don't know why we'd have a big box that just says domino on the side. But yeah, I definitely like the idea of it. So I don't know, maybe revision to the side of some sort. I don't even know what to put on there, honestly. So maybe that's just me. You guys can make some suggestions in the comments, I suppose. Then we've got some doors for you. Starting off with this one, and we've got a back to school vibe going on, which some people might not like so much because they don't want to go back. But hey, one way or another, this is the back to school door by HS Workshop. And there you go. You can see on the back, we've got lots of little details. There's a world map, and you've got some chalk and stuff sitting on a little shelf there, and it looks quite real, actually. Pretty well done. It's always hard to kind of get that, you know, 3D look on something when you're working with an actual flat surface. Next, we've got some sheet metal doors, starting off with this one right here. This is the emergency door by Kosum. It does have these little glowy lights right here, and a little bit of a kind of like a military camo, and like even a graffiti kind of something going on with it. It's kind of just like a little mix of everything, and definitely something that looks like it would fit into the world of Rust. Next over here, we've got the Rainbow Pony doors. So it looks like they're going to be giving a try to some deployables. I could definitely see it working on a lot of stuff like furnaces and things like that. But this door actually turned out being really, really cool. I like the actual metal accents on the corner with the gold and the silver. Definitely a nice way of making this door work. Over here, we've got something that's kind of more on the fancy side, but it does look like something you could carve in Rust. This is the Red Owl door by Roadie. Definitely a cool addition, and I love how it's an owl, but it's not, but it is, and it's kind of one of those optical illusion kind of things, which is quite cool. Over here, we have the kind of better of the two domino things, which is the domino door, and yeah, we do already have the single door, so the double door is one that kind of seems like it would make a little more sense. and it just kind of fits a little better. Again, I don't know why we'd have a domino box, but hey, the domino door is just kind of a cool thing. So one way or another, definitely like this over the box. Excuse me. Next, we've got the Don't Raid Me Please door over here. And yeah, it comes in two versions. There's a rainbow one, but Helk tends to stay away from that kind of thing. So I went with this one, but you never know. Both are in the list, so you can check it out. Definitely has a cool little glow to it, and is definitely a funny little door. Next, we've got a submarine garage door for you. This one is by M Demon, and it is a continuation of the door we do have accepted. And with it, there are some little light accents that really just show up at night. So we'll be sure to actually show that. I think that's what really makes this door. Next over here, we've got a creepy reptilian monster for you. This is the Toxic Monster Garage Door by Andre. And yeah, that thing's just creepy, tearing on through. I could see a lot of people just loving this for that kind of drawn and graffiti kind of vibe, you know? And lastly, but not least, we've got this beautiful mosaic door over here for you guys. This is, well, the Mosaic Garage Door. Pretty straightforward with the name there. So let's go ahead and hit the lights and check out the glow on some of this stuff here. Lights. All right, there we go. So we've got the Don't Raid door. Then we've got some glow over here on the owls. Rainbow pony. And there's a non-glowing version as well, so there is a chance that we might not get the glow if Helk chooses it. There's that kind of subtle glow on this door. Then we can cruise on over to the furnaces. Yeah, you can see how that kind of, as you get closer to the top, it glows more, and I think that kind of light gradient makes a cool glow. Then we've got both of these here. And that does it. Alright, so let's jump to the last part of the video here and check out our weapons and tools. So starting out, we've got this cool looking hammer. This is made out of all sorts of little chipped up pieces or the crushed glass. And yeah, it's definitely a cool idea. The only thing is it doesn't look too much like glass. To me, it kind of looks more like clay at certain angles. Like right here, you can really tell the glass, and then, I don't know, up close sometimes it's a little weird. One way or another, I do love the idea of it. Next, we've got another vegetable and or fruit rock for you. This is the strawberry rock. There's two versions, one with and without the stickers, so that'll be up to Helk's discretion. But I definitely like the number 2, and, you know, let you know which one it is in the set. Next, we've got a tool set for you, themed after the submarines. This one here is the, well, submarine hatchet and pickaxe. And, yeah, they've got this nice kind of scrappy, rusty look, which is always a plus. And there's that pickaxe. There you go. Next, we've got a knife for you, and this one definitely has some cool carving going on with it. This one is the Night Ghost Knife. There you go, because you can see there's actually kind of like a little ghost face at the top of it. See? There you go. Definitely dig it. Very cool design. And next up, we've got a bow for you. It looks like this is going to be a continuation in the Distorted set by Fora, so therefore it is the Distorted Bow. And yeah, it's just one of those things where it kind of has one of those wavy effects where it kind of makes it look like it's kind of popping out at you. Definitely a cool design. Next up, we've got another bow for you, and this one is made to look like it's made out of cardboard. This is the Fake Bow by Mishka. And yeah, it's got all sorts of little stickers on it. We've got the little poof, and there's like a pink skull, there's flames, there's all sorts of little things going on. Definitely love that corrugated cardboard you can see when you're aiming down the sights. Definitely really adds to it. Always cool to see creative stuff like this. Next, we've got a python for you, and this one is quite beautifully adorned with some gold designs. It comes in two versions. There's actually a gold and a silver version. This is the Aphrodite python. So there you go. I don't know if it's supposed to be Aphrodite or if they meant to put Aphrodite and it was spelled wrong. I'm not sure. I'm always bad at spelling myself, so I don't want to judge. Definitely one or the other there. Ooh, look, that's weird. The hammer got stuck back. That's... There we go. Next, we've got another Python for you, and this one is the Toxic Flame Python. So it looks like we may also see a new set popping up with a Toxic Flame. We'll just have to see how Helk feels about that. Definitely quite cool. And if you go ahead and aim down the sights here, not too much going on, just kind of a basic iron sights, but you do have that big biohazard symbol there in front of you. Go ahead and pop off a reload for you there. Next, we've got a SAR for you, and this is one of those ones that is just carved all insanely. This is the Death Metal Sar by Cubist, and yeah, just look at the carving in this. It reminds me kind of like the, what was it called? The Necro people from the movies with Vin Diesel, Perfect Dark, there we go. Anyways, from, yeah, just, I don't know. Or maybe something out of Hellraiser. It could fit into a lot of kind of like horror-y stuff. Definitely quite cool. Aiming down the sights here, you've kind of got that same kind of like lines going on. It's kind of, I don't know, hypnotizing if you move around a little bit. Next, we've got a Thompson for you, and this one is themed after a dog from a Disney film, I believe, Coco. So I don't know how that will work exactly, because it's a parody and it doesn't look exact. No art is stolen. It's just themed after it, so it should be fine. But, you know, Disney, you gotta be so careful. So I don't know. We'll definitely have to see there. But I do like the bright green sight between that orange and yellow. Definitely a cool little sight. And some nice artwork. Next, we've got the Jade MP5 for you, and this has been a very popular set, so I could see a lot of people liking this one if it popped up into the store. Not a whole lot really to say, other than it just matches the rest of the beautifully sculpted Jade set. Some gold accents with that bright red. You can always get that nice bright red sight there with this set. Next up, we've got the line of AKs for you. No, literally, this is a line of AKs. And, wow, look, check out this one. This one is actually quite cool. They're all beautiful AKs this week. This is the Thunder Strike AR. And, yeah, just look at that. I like the kind of corrugated steel at the top there. And just the whole design of that. Aiming down the sights here, you've got that, like, carved out little lightning bolt with some gold versus the silver there. Next, we've got the Obsidian version 2 AK, and this one is a huge step up from the original. The original was kind of just, you know, shiny blackness, and now this has the newer matted kind of black obsidian to it, like the rest of the accepted parts of the set, with those beautiful gold and red highlights to it. I feel like that really just makes this AK. Definitely a very elegant one. Next, we've got something on the bright and crazy side. This is the Bad Trip AK by Legacy. And yeah, I can definitely see this thing does look like some kind of bad drug or acid trip, that's for sure. Aiming down the sides here, you've got this crazy eye staring back at you, and some yellow and red sights, which is something quite different from the usual. Next, we've got something is quite different from the usual indeed. We had a door with these scales, but man, the scales really ended up translating so nicely onto the AK here. This is the Spectrum Scales AK-47 by Ideal. Definitely a very, very cool looking AK. Aiming down the sights here, you got some scales going on with kind of that purple and black going on. Do a reload there. Boom. Next, we've got this AK for you. It's the King of Raids AK-47 by Mr. Roda. And yeah, there you go. It looks like a continuation to the King of Raids artwork there. Definitely a very cool set. Definitely like the little arrow that, you know, tells you which way to aim. And the yellow against the black is always a nice contradiction of color. No, I can't speak today, guys. You know what I'm saying. Contrast of color. There we go. We got it out. Next, we've got something that's red hot for you. This is the Red Hot AK-47 by Fresh. And yeah, this thing doesn't glow, so you wouldn't have to worry about it giving you away. You kind of wish it would, though, because of just the entire idea of it. Definitely a very, very hot looking AK. Alright, and last but not least, we've got an LR for you, and check this thing out. It's this totally kind of chromed out thing, and then it has like these etchings in it. And it's just a really cool design. I mean, you can see the skull kind of down there, and then the skull up here on the side, and then there's the rose, and it's just really cool. Aiming down the sights here, there's even a little bit of an etched skull there, and some nice contrast with that chrome and red. Next, we've got a satchel for you, and this one is the Basket Bomb. Definitely like that name. Goes just perfectly with that. It's just this nice little wicker basket. It looks so friendly until you look at the lit fuses at the top. And last but not least, we've got another rocket launcher for you this week. And man, this one is really cool. This is the Stahlfaust rocket launcher. And yeah, this thing is designed to look like an old school actual rocket launcher way back when. And yeah, it's just really cool design. This, definitely love it. Very rusty, just fits so perfectly. So that's going to do it, guys. Definitely a lot of stuff this week. And I've got one cool announcement for you if you stuck around to the end of the video. Next week will be a complete the sets week. I finally was able to nail a time down for it. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. We'll have a special week next week for a chance for a lot of that missing stuff from some way back when to more recent stuff. It's hopefully a good variety that was put together. A lot of work went into it. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that, guys. Pretty excited for that. Thanks for watching. Stay rusty and have a good one.